Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
Good evening, and thank you so much for staying up with us tonight. Bexar County now getting something that leaders say could help protect you from gun violence, and that's money. The county is giving community groups $100,000 to promote safety and also collect gun safety research. And as the night team's Avery Everett shows us, local groups say that money, that's just a starting point.
Whether you're a gun owner or not, we want to educate everyone on safety.
A simple mission.
We want to invest in our children and in the safety of our children.
But it's one that's tough to tackle. Big Mama Safe House is trying to change the statistics in San Antonio about gun violence through service and education.
We're going to concentrate on the low-hanging fruits like food, hygiene. We can get that to you right away.
Soon, the gun safety nonprofit will have a new location on the west side.
What's the importance of having an office like this?
Oh, wow, the visibility.
But staying visible requires support. Bexar County hopes to help through phase 1 of its gun safety and education initiative. That starts with learning where the community stands on these issues.
They are the experts on what they do.
Community-based organizations that prioritize gun safety can receive up to $5,000 to help the county collect this information. In total, Bexar County has $100,000 to give out with this funding.
How would you say that this funding helps increase touch points to different people in different communities across Bexar County?
This program will reach different individuals where they live, where they work, where they interact.
Gun violence is a very complex issue. $5,000, that's a start. But let's talk about what happens after that.
This isn't a final solution, but the county says it's another approach to tackling gun violence. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
So groups can start applying for that funding Friday morning. It's first come, first served, but the county says that it's going to continue accepting applications through September 12th. And if you apply, good luck with that. In other news now, District 10 Councilman Mark White has been formally charged for driving while intoxicated. That comes more than 6 months after San Antonio police arrested him. Now, White says that he takes responsibility for his actions, but also says that he didn't feel intoxicated when he got behind the wheel. It's unclear when he's going to be back in court. Now, right now, we're getting a closer look at the couple accused of causing a standoff with multiple law enforcement agencies last night in Pearsall. So you're looking at Willie Terrell and Jessica Terrell. According to the Department of Public Safety, they took 3 children from Indiana to Pearsall and then barricaded themselves in a motel with the kids. We brought this to you last night as breaking news. Now, that standoff, it lasted hours. That incident also stems all the way from an Indiana State Silver alert that was issued back on July 5th. Now, fortunately, that standoff yesterday ended peacefully. Nobody was hurt. And right now, DPS is still working to reunite those 3 kids with their family. Now, let's show you this. These 2 people, see you here side by side. They're in jail tonight. Both Andrea Esmeralda Mena and Jacobo Jimenez Sanchez walked in front of our cameras today. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says that they were arrested for allegedly injuring a 4-month-old baby. Now, according to the sheriff, doctors noticed the baby had a head injury. That was back in May. So Child Protective Services started investigating. Sheriff Salazar told us that the baby's older sibling had told investigators that Sanchez threw the baby on the floor. And now Sanchez is charged with injury to a child, causing serious bodily injury, and Mena is charged with endangering a child. It was an accident. That's the message from a man accused of killing his roommate back in 2022. Now, today in court, Covante Walls took the stand, and jurors heard a recording of Walls describing that shooting to police. Investigators say that Walls shot Mario Miller at their apartment on Cheryl Brook Road, not too far from Bandera and Evers. Miller's body was found near the front door with a gunshot wound to the head. Now, in the video that jurors saw today, Walls told police that he didn't mean to shoot Miller. You can also hear Walls tell a detective that the two were arguing about money, but says that Miller had threatened him with a gun.
So we had just got done fighting at this point. I know I took the gun from him.
Now, later in that video, a detective tells Walls that they have surveillance footage of the shooting. Listen.
He's got bags in his hands, and he's walking out the door, and he gets shot in the back of the head. He's shot in the back of the head.
I know, I didn't mean to though.
Okay, so now a jury is going to have the final say in this. They're going to be the ones to determine whether that shooting was an accident or a murder.
When you don't have power, When it's pitch black at night, when it's hot as Hades during the day, you don't have access to food that you normally had. It's a miserable situation.
And that's what some people in Texas are still dealing with. Yeah, we're talking about Beryl even tonight. That storm is long gone from our area after it made landfall Monday morning. But even tonight, it is causing trouble for millions of people in Houston who don't have power. Tonight, we're hearing that the city's primary utility company, CenterPoint Energy, is facing more pressure to get that power restored quickly. And Sarah, the issue is that it's summertime. It just gets downright dangerous when you don't have power, you don't have access to an AC.
Absolutely. And here's a look at the current power outages in these counties, including Harris County here, where Houston is located. 1.4 million people are still without power in this region. And the thing that's the kicker is this is a look at the peak heat index in Houston today. Felt like 101 degrees during the peak heat of the afternoon. So a lot of people were not able to keep cool like they usually are with the air conditioning. Meanwhile, here in San Antonio, we got some good relieving rain in some spots. Take a look at this picture on your screen, send it to our KSAT Connect on our weather app and online, and you can see a rain shower right over downtown San Antonio. We could hear it here. We got a quick inch and a half of rain at the airport. And as we head into tomorrow, know that we're still going to be dealing with this kind of pop-up isolated rain, not only tomorrow, but through Friday. The timeline would be during the peak heat of the day, so 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. So if you missed out on the rain, you have the potential to get it tomorrow and Friday. Although if you do get rain, it will be heavy at times and could cause some issues with minor flooding. I'll be back to tell you where we can expect rain around the San Antonio metro area coming up in just a bit. Stephanie.
Now, where? That's the important part. Thank you. Now, just like the flow of the Rio Grande, the number of migrant crossings have ebbed and flowed. Now, Eagle Pass has seen waves of people coming in the last year, at times overwhelming local resources. We've told you about that. In an exclusive sit-down with our Daniela Ibarra, the chief Border Patrol agent over the Del Rio sector shares how his agents are dealing with all that.
A field of green grass next to the river became a sea of silver thermal blankets. In December, Eagle Pass saw a huge wave of migrant crossings. Thousands of migrants who crossed waited for Border Patrol agents to process them.
The first 3 days of detainees detention and to deal with, and the rest of the immigration continuum happens after us.
Chief Border Patrol agent Robert Danley had just been named to his post.
Well, the first thing I did, I got a phone call at about 9 o'clock on a Monday night, and my boss told me I needed to be here in the morning the next day.
So technically you hadn't even started, you were rushed down here to get here.
Yes, ma'am.
He says the boat patrol played a big role in handling that surge.
When we had the large number of folks crossing, it was constant rescues, 2, 3 a day some days.
What do numbers look like here in the Del Rio sector when it comes to migrant crossings?
So recently we've been keeping the numbers down below 320 a day on average, on a 7-day average.
Why do you think that is?
Because we've instituted a program of implementing consequences for folks that are crossing the border illegally. My goal here is to make it as difficult as possible for the cartels and people that want to cross illegally in our area. I want to make it as difficult for them to do it and to be successful. I want every one of them apprehended, so I'll take whatever resources I can to get that number to zero.
He says despite the politics, agents are bound by law. That includes enforcing President Biden's executive order issued last month. It limits the number of asylum seekers who can come over.
So I think that it complements what we started to do in late December. It's given us a few more tools to apply consequences. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's still a little too soon to tell what the overall impact's going to have.
Do you expect to see a surge?
We're always on the lookout, and what we've seen over my career is that when we have a policy change, the adversary, the cartels, they're going to make adjustments.
Danley says they have partnerships with other Border Patrol sectors and ICE. We asked him if he thinks Operation Lone Star is playing a role in that decrease he's talking about. He says it does help to have more eyes on the border, but he also says it adds more hoops to jump through. Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
Now, there are a lot of moving parts when it comes to that Border Patrol issue. Now, right now on KSAT.com, you can watch Daniela's full interview with Chief Robert Danley. You can scan the QR code on your screen right now. And don't forget that tomorrow at 9 on GMSA, we're going to give you an exclusive look at Border Patrol's work on the Rio Grande.
Hopefully your kids are out riding their bikes this summer. Coming up tomorrow on GMSA, we're going to talk about a local nonprofit that's helping kids learn bike trail safety. And we're also asking, how old were you when you learned to ride a bike? Weigh in on ksat.com/poll.
Yeah, it's important because we want to know how old you were when you learned to ride a bike. I never learned, just being honest here. That's our latest poll question. Now, we want to hear from you. And some of you have already chimed in. Now, some of you say that, well, none of you said that you were 2 to 3 or 8 or 9, but apparently 50% of you say you were about 4 or 5 years old when you started to learn how to ride a bike. That's good. Now, we're going to go over some of your answers tomorrow morning on GMSA, starting at 5 a.m. Now, coming up, it's a really sad reality, but hundreds of thousands of people in San Antonio, they don't know where they're getting their next meal. Many of them are kids. They usually depend on schools in order to get fed. So what happens in the summer? Well, next on the Nightbeat, we're going to tell you about a free program that's happening right now designed to keep everybody fed this summer. Question now, need a job? Because San Antonio ISD is looking for help. The district is holding a job fair this weekend to hire instructional assistants. So the event is Saturday, July 13th from 9 to noon at SAISD's central office. It's on West Quincy Street. Now, if you go, bring your resume. Also, people are going to interview you, hire you on the spot. But before you go, you do have to register. We have a link for you on KSAT.com. You can also scan that QR code on your screen, and it will take you directly to that link so that you can go ahead and register. Now, speaking of schools, so many children in our area turn to them for food. And now that classes are out, the San Antonio Food Bank is stepping up to help. It has something called the Summer Meals for Kids program. It's for the hundreds of thousands in San Antonio who are dealing with food insecurity. And it's really a chance for kids to get free, nutritious meals and also groceries.
The school lunch program does such a great job of nourishing kids during the school year, but the summer, kids go without. And so the food bank has to step up. And there's so many great organizations and people and companies that join us to make sure kids don't go hungry during the summer.
Yeah, no one wants that. The Summer Meals for Kids program runs until August 16th. The San Antonio Food Bank has a map that shows all the different places where the food is distributed, and we have a link to that map over on KSAT.com. And while you're there on our website, we want you to check out this next story. There are 6 so-called little libraries in South Bexar County where you can take your books to pick up, your kids, to pick up books this summer. And that's key, especially because areas in South Bexar County don't have a lot of libraries, which we all know are crucial during the summer months when kids are off school and they need to read. You know, you want to avoid that brain drain. You can also drop off books at those libraries so that other kids can read them. Maybe you have extra books in your house before you bring them to, the Salvation Army or something. Just take them there. We have everything that you need to know in this article over on KSAT.com. Keep that process going. By the way, this afternoon would have been an awesome time to drink lemonade, curl up with a book.
I know. I have a really fond memory of the little library in my neighborhood. I had my niece visit one time, and we walked to the little library. She picked up a book, and she loved it, and it was great. It's just awesome that our
nice
city
surprise.
provides
It's
some
a
of
treat.
those things.
Yeah,
exactly. Another treat that was nice was the rain in many areas. And take a look at this picture out in the southeast side in the Highlands Hills area. Just over 3 inches of rain. Yeah, there were some areas that got a good amount of rain today. It popped up in pockets, right? So some people missed out today, and some people ended up getting a lot of rain. Take a look at the rainfall totals over the last 12 hours for our viewing area. Hey, Del Rio, you ended up getting some decent rain today, which is nice because you're one of the areas that is most in drought around our viewing area. Let's take a look closer to San Antonio. A little bit of a higher resolution to show exactly where the rain fell today, just north of Hondo, just the west of Bandera, and then generally south of downtown San Antonio. That's where the heaviest of the rain fell today. Let's go ahead and zoom in on some of those locations. And you can see at China Grove, 2 inches of radar estimated rain. Just inside of 410 here, 2.5 inches. And near Heartlandale High School area, about 3 inches of radar estimated rain. And here in downtown San Antonio, 1 inch of rainfall. Now, again, today, most of the rain fell on the south side of town, but yesterday, a lot of the rain fell on the north side of town. So when you look at the last 2 days, kind of fills in some of the gaps here, right? About 1.5 inches in northwest Bexar County, 1.5 inches in northeast Bexar County. One area kind of missing out on the rain, Leon Valley area. But again, tomorrow and Friday, we'll have an opportunity to fill in some of these gaps because we'll have a 30% chance in the afternoon tomorrow, 30% chance in the afternoon on Friday that you will see rain in your backyard. Sometimes we talk about rain chances in the form of actual chances it's going to rain where you are, and then other times we talk about it in coverage. I'm fairly confident we are going to have rain on the radar tomorrow. It's just maybe cover about 30% of the area tomorrow and Friday. So take a look at clouds and radar. You can see there's a huge system up in the northeast of New England. Do you want to take a guess at what that is? That's the remnants of Beryl. Beryl traveled all across the Caribbean, was destructive across the Caribbean, destructive across Houston, and is now just bringing good rain to New England. Behind that system, we've got a stationary front right over us. And that stationary front, coupled with the fact that it's very humid outside, that's what's allowing for us to see that daytime rainfall during the peak heat of the day when fuel for the storms is the highest, when temperature is the hottest. So from 2 to 7 tomorrow, there will be pop-up showers and storms. A lot like today, if you are one of the lucky ones and you get some rain tomorrow, know that it will come with some lightning, it will come with some gusty winds, but the biggest impact would be pockets of very heavy rainfall that could impact the afternoon commute. Waking up tomorrow, no problem, 74 degrees, humid, you know the drill. And then by about noon, it'll be 90. In the afternoon, 95 for the high temperature. But if you get one of those rain cooling showers, it's going to feel really great. Temperatures will fall quickly. So in your 7-day forecast, 30% tomorrow, 30% Friday, a small chance on Saturday as well. But then the high pressure system, the dreaded heat high, moves back overhead and it takes out our rain chances. High temperatures will be close to 100 pretty much every day next weekend. And taking a look outside right now, it feels pretty nice, a little humid at 78 degrees. But nice outside because some areas got some of that rain.
Oh, love that. And keeping up with that, let's talk about something cool. Spurs.
Yes.
I love asking about the Spurs this time of year because it's always optimistic. You know?
It is very optimistic, and it's also a chance for these young guys, the rookies, to get out there and learn the Spurs way, and that's exactly what the Spurs Summer League squad is doing. They won last night to get some momentum heading into Las Vegas, and Spurs point guard Chris Paul says he's sacrificing a lot by coming to the Alamo City coming up.
Yeah, that was cool, especially to, experience his first win. He's been super cool, especially ever since I first got down to San Antonio. So, to see that for him, I was happy for him, for sure.
Stephon Castle and the young Spurs are thrilled for head coach Kenny Trevino, who picked up his first Summer League win yesterday in Big Board Sports. All right, no matter the league, winning is always more fun, and that's why the Spurs left the California League in Sacramento feeling better about themselves after beating the Chinese national team 89-67. Spurs guard Stephon Castle scored 9 first-quarter points to lead San Antonio to a 29-20 advantage at the end of the first quarter. He led the Spurs with 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Harrison Ingram added a 16-point, 10-rebound double-double to go with 2 steals. Now, during post, Coach Trevino was asked what is his team carrying into Las Vegas.
a bit of momentum and experience. A lot of those teams are going to go through what we went through that first game, where we just kind of look a little, not shell-shocked, but just we don't know. We haven't battled adversity yet. Now we've seen it. We've seen it both sides. We've seen the shooting woes. We've seen, some teams shooting great against us, and that experience is going to help us.
The Spurs will next face Portland Saturday night at 8 at the Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas. Spurs point guard Chris Paul is here to play and to win games. After the Golden State Warriors let him go, Paul could have opted to stay closer to home in Cali to be near his family. Instead, he's coming to San Antonio knowing he won't get to see his family in person on the daily during the season.
My family is everything. My wife is here, my kids are back in LA, and that's where they will be during the season. And I love basketball so much that I could be close to home, but if I'm not playing, I'm not happy. Seriously. And I love my family to death. And so when we saw this opportunity, even though it'll put me away from my family knows me better than anybody. And they know that, I just want to play. I want to play more than anything. And that's why I'm grateful for them and more so grateful to be here.
All right, time to sky high with Wemby. This short clip has people talking. During Team France practice, Wemby gets turned around, but he still manages to jump up and block the shot. Some are calling it goaltending. I'm calling it awesome. And how in the world are you supposed to score on this dude when he does stuff like that? Now, let's slow it down by 50% just to give you a better look. He's fully stretched and he swats the ball away. Wemby is going to win NBA Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. So we are 15 days away from the Dallas Cowboys' first practice at training camp in Oxnard, California, and Dak Prescott still doesn't have a contract extension. Dak is entering the final season of his current 4-year, $160 million deal, and with a no-trade clause, he holds a ton of leverage over the boys. Yesterday at his youth football camp, Dak gave us the latest on his contract.
Yeah, there's been conversations back and forth, but for the most part for me, as y'all know, I'm going to let my agent do that, especially as we get right here into training camp. Day one of training camp, my mind flips to just obviously helping my team and just doing everything I can within the organization and on the football field to make sure that I'm my best and everyone around me is their best, and the money and all that will take care of itself as it always has.
Dak will soon hold his annual get-together with his wideouts and tight ends, and he said CeeDee Lamb, who's holding out for a new contract, plans to be there. Greg Berhalter was fired as U.S. men's soccer head coach today. Just 9 days after his team's first-round exit from Copa America flamed doubts he was the right person to remain in charge for the 2026 World Cup. Coach Harvey and his Dragons are ready to breathe fire after the break. Long Creek High School head football coach Adam Harvey is getting his Dragons ready for some football. Long Creek is a brand new school still under construction, and it's part of New Braunfels ISD. The Dragons are playing outlaw schedule, meaning they will not compete in a district and they have no shot at the playoffs. Coach Harvey was co-defensive coordinator and secondary coach at Clemens for the past 2 seasons, and now he's heading up a brand new program.
There's certainly challenges. Absolutely. We're sitting here on a middle school field having to do what we do over here because of the construction. But, it's the growing pains. We're going to do what we need to do to get to where we need to be, regardless of what facilities we're at. And so the district has been awesome with, accommodating us as well as possible. We're playing our games at Unicorn Stadium, so that's going to be great, fantastic. While our stadium is being built, that bond passed this past May, and so we're really excited about it. And just, with the challenges, we got to continue to move forward with what we got.
The Dragons will kick off their first regular season Thursday, August 29th at Katie Freeman.
And they'll be ready to breathe fire.
Yes, they will.
Thank you. We'll be right back. All right, so we want you to think about this. If you have any gently used medical mobility items, things like wheelchairs, and you no longer need them, well, you should consider donating them to Project Mend, because they're going to be holding a community drive this weekend at Wonderland of the Americas. It's on Fredericksburg Road. You could drop off your things Saturday between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. If you want more information on this, just head on over to KSAT.com. They take that medical equipment and then they give it to people who need it.
We need some more rain, and we have a chance for some more rain in the next couple of days. 30% chance for you to see rain in your backyard from about 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., both tomorrow and Friday. Otherwise, it is going to end up being a pretty hot weekend. We're going to be in the upper 90s. So far, we've had 12 100-degree days in San Antonio this year. I wouldn't be surprised if we add on to that tally next 7 days.
All right. Thank you for